What's good? Back with another one. Been a long day. Been up super early. It was cold as hell, but I'm still got my little, my little chisel coming out with a little cold, so that's another reason too. But what we doing, y'all, is this right here. Check it out. We got this going. Southwest College, well, Southwest Law School. I said Southwest College. Southwest Law School right here. It's an image that a customer has sent me. And let me go ahead and put a little color on this for you guys, so y'all can see what it look like. You know, this image they send me right here. Let me go ahead and reverse it. Since it's already printed, it's not gonna hurt anything. Go ahead and reverse this image over for you guys. So you guys can see right here, check it out, check it out. We got the Southwest Law School. So one of my good customers outsources his work for his small t-shirt business as well. And this is what he does. He makes it and he gets his money. You're not BSing around, guys. So, you know, we printing at this resolution we printing. I'm just messing with the resolution. I really don't print high resolutions when it comes to images like this, just because it's not really necessary. But I'm at 2880 by 1440 on the color, and I'm at 1440 by 1440 on the white. It is a little basic image, but I'm like, hey, why not? But I normally print high resolutions images like this when you have something to be with with pictures and stuff, you know, high volume resolution, high quality. But I had printed this right here out just to see a little test print, how the color was gonna look for myself before I started actually. I just stopped it, canceled it out. But just to show you guys what it's looking like. So, you know, I'm just trying to make sure we get that in there right. You know, get this in there right. But yeah, outsource your work, like I tell you guys. Everybody outsourcing their work. I got somebody else's image I was working on right here. I'm about to start putting this image up together too and go. Nice little dignity level up image for somebody I know, for a good friend of mine. And that's what I do. I try to help people come up with these different, you know, type of solutions to help them make money with this printing at the same time, not have it too stressful on their brain, you know. So let's go over here. I should have cut this paper, but I didn't cut it. But you know, I'm just now getting started. Had a rough day. Like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather, guys, so I'm still making it. Got the sniffles and all type of stuff, so moving kind of slow today. And it's, you know, but I'm not behind on anything. That's a good thing. As long as I'm not behind, that's a good thing. But you guys can see in the background right here. Let me show you guys. Like I told you, I'm a little bit under the weather today. So, nice size game sheet, a 22 by 36. And, you know, this basically got some little basic logos or whatnot. You guys see how the white looking. I'm telling you guys, so if your printer, your white is clogged up and you having issues, then that means over here, let me get over here, you actually shaking your ink spotty too much, and it's putting air inside your lines. So that's why you guys are experiencing like, oh, why I have another clog? I just bought this ink and I'm having another clog. His ink is bad too, or his ink is the same as whoever. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Make sure y'all get y'all maintenance on y'all printers and shake y'all inks. You know, don't go, man, I hate doing this, man. Let me show you on this ink cartridge right here. Now, this is an Epson cartridge, right, guys? This is original cartridge, so you can't see nothing inside here. But what you do is go like this. Go to the side, go back, stay there for a minute, go to the side, go back, stay there for a minute like a seesaw. And you do it slow. So you want to introduce air bubbles into your lines. And if it does have air bubbles into your lines, I'm going to give you guys a quick tip. Take your cartridge out. This is what I do. People are like, hey, I don't do that. That's what you don't do. But I know what I do. You take your cartridge out. Just go ahead and pull your actual little cap off the top. Sit it down right here somewhere. And you'll see the actual pressure drop down in the cartridge. And let it just sit out. You need to sit out for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, probably a whole couple hours, probably half of a day. Do that, because it's going to be better off on you to not introduce any air into your lines. So just a little FYI that I know that works for me. And I've been printing for months and 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 months. And that's what works for me. So I'm telling you straight off of what I've done and experienced myself personally, guys. Let me go. I got something sitting right here, my actual ink door cap. Let me take this off right here. But I know what works for me, you know. So what works for me, if you got the same type of setup, it'll work for you too. You know. But take a look at my humidity inside my room. It's at 54. I got my white at 46, 47, roughly around there. I keep that into consideration too, the humidity, because every day that you wake up, you know, your environment, it changes, guys. So have your humidifier. I keep a fan right here. You probably notice I got a fan. The fan is on right now. I keep my fan, it stays on. I cut it down. You know, I probably throw the heater on sometimes, and you know, but that's not what you should do. I'm just telling you what I do, because I know my environment. I'm here so much inside this room where I'm at, so I kind of got it mapped out where I'm at in my environment, and how the prints come out and how the ink lays and how it looks. And sometimes you can look at your whites. If it's too watery looking, then you probably want to, you know, on the next print, probably take some white out if it don't run. But if you can see it on the tip, say if you got like a C shape or H shape, you can look at the H when it's printing. If you look at the around the top of the H, if it's like it's kind of starting to puddle a little bit, then you know you got your white up a little bit too much. But you can get away with that. But sometimes it actually bleeds through depending on what colors it's printing over, you know, like a light yellow or green, something that's light, but or a dark color as well. It does it with both colors, dark blue. You can see it look like it's starting to bleed into the actual color. And when that happens, that means you got too much white that's laying. So you have blue color, the white's laying in the back, you start seeing the blue starting to look like it's starting to bleed in, drip a little bit. That means your white is up too much. But sometimes you can get away with it, because I get away with it with a lot, you know. So just be mindful of that too. You know, it's all type of things to be mindful of when you with this printing, because it's not an easy ball game. You know, when you're starting to learn and try to get the ropes and get your technique down for yourself, where you can figure out, you know, the don'ts. But yeah, you see how the white is laying good. My white stay, you know, I have issues with my white so far with me shaking it. I can look at my nozzles. Sometimes it's have lines in the nozzles, but that just air. I know the symptoms of a nozzle clog. You know the symptoms too, because you know your printer will let you know. It'll give that code to you, and your nozzle is clogged. Do a head cleaning. It'll recommend something to you depending on what type of printer you got, how sophisticated your printer system is. Because sometimes you probably have a real sophisticated printer system, and it'll tell you, hey, nozzle check. Or sometimes like it'll perform a nozzle check. Just go straight into a nozzle check. You know, depending on what type of printer you have. You got to just learn your printer, you know. But my experience, I'm just speaking from that. I can't, you know, it's trial and error. It's like you keep on testing and testing and testing to see what works and what don't work, you know. So that's just something you're going to have to learn within time with this. So that's what I keep into consideration when I'm printing. I'm doing any type of work that's going to require me to know that every day it's going to be something different I'm going to encounter. So I look forward to the problem. This is what I look forward to, what is not going to go accordingly to plan, because I can combat from that, so it won't scare me or won't veer me off. Or, you know, these are things that you're going to have to be, you know, you gather in time. You know, check this image out right here. Speaking about images, I did this for one of my boys. You know, Snoop Dogg image right here, showing him so he can show Snoop, like, yeah, Snoop, come holler at me, man. This test copies right here. I'm not bootlegging your shit. Just showing some test copies of the quality and what the image would actually look like if it was coming from me. You know what I'm, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I got another one right here, but it got kind of scratched up because I didn't like the resolution on it, so I wasn't really trying to keep it all. But let you know, like I said, it's scratched up, but you can look at the quality. It looked better on what's name, but trust me, it doesn't look like this in person. You know, it looks real good, but it does not look like this in person. It got a lot of rasperization in the background, and a lot of not rasperization, a lot of pixelation in it. You know, it's not super clear. I go for the highest quality images right here. You know, I don't want to be printing something that don't look quality and put my name and stamp on it. I'm not doing that. Nah, hell no, it ain't come from me. I'll give it to you for free. Say it's a test copy for you. Get your pressure, and you can look at the lines and see how your actual DG of the transfer marries with the actual shirt, and how you can see the fabric lines. You can start testing to get your eyesight up and see what you're doing. You won't just be pressing in the blind, is what I call it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have a video. I'm gonna do a video about heat, pressure. I really don't do videos like that. I expect you already to know these things if you're into the t-shirt business. It's not gonna be your first shirt that you're pressing, or the second or third shirt that you're pressing. you know, so I figure you should have those. But when people, I gotta be mindful. A lot of people that's crossing over into the DTF world from screen printing or direct to garment, it's a whole different ball game, because you're actually going with a PNG image, high resolution without backgrounds and borders, or some of the images that people use with actual still screening and direct to garment doesn't have borders either. But it's all about the resolution you got to keep in mindful of when you're sending people your transfers. I mean, your actual logos to get printed on the DTF transfer. So you want to keep that in mind too. So come take a look at this white, some bulls, how these bulls look. So you guys have issues with, you gotta make sure you're not shaking too much. That's all it is, guys. Just make sure you're not shaking too much. You'll be all right. You'll get away with it. Trust me. Not let it sit for a minute. Let it settle. You'll be okay. But some images that you actually that you print, if you don't have an ICC profile right, then the colors and the whites won't lay right either. So that's something to keep keep in mind. Your ICC profile got a lot to do with how your whites lay and how your colors lay too as well, guys. So keep that in mind. Let me scoot back. See, it's printing on the table right here. What I did do, you can see the film, how it's moving back and forth. I didn't cut it right here. So all this right here is access film, you know. So that's what that is. So other than that, man, everything was going pretty good with this right here. I can't really complain about nothing. Keep everything quality, everything good. So the whites, you can see the whites, how they land super nice, crispy. But like I say, this is a trial and error. You'll waste a lot of money printing with the wrong printer, printing with a printer that's not optimal to what you're trying to, you know, accomplish. So there's a lot of things I keep in mind. I just don't see my video. I try not to make them super long, but you guys got to get this knowledge. You got to get this work. This is the things, these little moments that I'm talking while the printer is going. This is what you need to know, because it ain't all about the print that you're seeing all the time. And let me show you guys something else too. Let me show you guys something else. Check this out. My print doors. Check it out. See my print doors? Why you don't have no doors on your printer? I have doors. I just take them off. And why? It's like all the time, every time I print, when you have a large format printer, you got to go in, open both of the cabinets, or just open the left side. You got to open both. And I mean the right side where all your whites or whatever your colors is. You got to shake your whites. But what I do is I like to look at how much ink that's being used, how many prints I've done, how much ink is being used, so I can be able to know exactly how many prints I can do when I need to fill my ink up. If I did such amount of prints, it's automatic for me to say, hey, let me go fill my inks up. I printed 15 or 30 or 50 copies of large gang sheets. So that's what I go off of, you know. I'm like a scientist at this. I'm taking my notes. I'm looking every day. It's nothing with this printing gonna get by me. I'm taking my notes so I can know what I'm looking for, what I need to be doing on a constant level. Let me go, see, look, let me show you guys something. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this printer right now. Check it out. See, I'm about to push pause on this real fast. Cause like I told you, I didn't cut the paper earlier. You can't see, but from right here, it's all paper. So I'm gonna go ahead, sit this down real fast and crop this real fast, guys, so you guys can check and see what I'm about to do. I recommend nobody doing this, but I gotta crop this because I'm sitting on the table talking to you guys, so I can't be letting the paper just ball up on me like that. So that's what I'm gonna crop this off, let that fall, drop that on the floor, clean up as I go later, and that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna unpause this and let it keep going. So you guys seeing this like I'm seeing it. Like I'm telling you guys, I gotta go do some cleaning. I got so much stuff in my room. I got so much brand new stuff. I already have storage space, but I like to keep certain things on hand, you know, in my disposal. But like I say, look, I have ink cabinets right here, but I don't need to use these right here. I don't do nothing I don't do anything that's, well, I can't say that. Some things that I do It's not traditional, but if you see other people that's printing, like Brother Ernest, you don't see him having doors on his either. So it's something that we do. I don't mimic anybody, but it's something through time that I developed because I want to know my printer. I want to know exactly what's going on at all times with this printer. So we like one with each other. That's why I named my printer. This is Goliath right here. I love my boy. I love Goliath. I really love this fucking printer right here. And I really mean that. You know, it ain't because it makes me a lot of money. It's because I love printing and I love to see what I can accomplish knowing what this printer can do. Knowing the whole body of this printer, the whole makeup of this printer. I'm not a technician. I don't know everything, but I know what I need to know. And I'm still upgrading myself and my knowledge. I know it's not enough. So that's what you see me with my baby right here, Goliath. You know, I'm going to introduce some more printers to the channel, some more big boys I have too. But like I said, it's not time for that. I have all the printers, guys. I have the printer, I have the P6000s, I have printers. I have more 7890s as well. But I'm not selling any printers that for my printing, it's for my grand finale. That's what it is for. And you know, and the people that that actual got printers from me, they love them as well, and they part of the family, the F.O.M movement. And whenever they call on me, they got me. I'm gonna help you. Especially, I don't care what time of night it is, in daytime and night. If I can answer the phone, if I'm not busy, if I'm asleep, and you call me at a certain time, and I know it's important because you won't call me at any time, I'm gonna answer for you. And I have. Especially when I know we on different time zones, you know. So that's the hard thing about this business. Meeting people all over the world in different time zones and things and whatnot. But anyway, let me show you guys what's going on with this right here. Finished up on that right there. Like I said, that white is laying phenomenal, boy. And you can see the white actually right here too on the actual Southwest. I laid on the back. I said Southwest. Yeah, Southwest school. It's upside down. I'm feeling under the weather, guys, so work with me. But you can see it laid super nice. So it's not like it's just, oh, see, it don't look like it's that, you know. I did go a little grading on the, well, the white is not as super white. It's grading a little bit. I did kind of turn it down just because at the same time they want it to be soft to touch. So when they say, hey, can you think of make it a little softer when I touch, I'm like, hey, no problem, you got it. So that's what you see. But you know, you guys will understand what's going on. Whoever bought from me, guys, know your printer. If you know your printer, you're gonna be okay. If you don't, have some problems, reach out to me, call me. I'm gonna walk you through some things. I'm gonna teach you about some settings that you can use when you have issues with your whites or with your colors. I'm gonna teach you how to use algorithm and tell you use these settings. And if you're having problems with your heads or head and it's not printing, you have banding issues within the whites or banding within the colors, I'm gonna teach you how to fix that. But the thing about it is, it's gonna be over the phone. I'm not gonna tell everybody that you can use this setting and use that setting and use this right here, and it'll take away all that lines in your images and your prints. So what I mean by that is, let's say for instance, we had this image right here and it looks super nice, but when you stare at it, you start seeing little lines through it, a gang of little lines that's coming through. I'm gonna show you how to fix that, but I'm not gonna just give the sauce up to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Take this call, guys, and I'll get right back at you.